What's your name? Jessica.
Yeah.
Jessica. Do you want a warning at 1 minute?
Pardon?
Do you want a warning at 1 minute?
Yes, please.
There you go.
Brilliant. So, as we are all pretty aware, in recent years, accusation of voluntourism has been often justifiably used against a lot of British young people going on volunteer trips abroad. It has become very clear that although well-meaning, infrastructure building and short-term teaching support by unqualified, often teenagers, and short-term material donations provide more of a hindrance than a help to the developing world. In the meantime, cuts to the annual domestic social security budget have reached nearly £30 billion in the last 4 years. Yet few young people, or people at all, feel the urge to donate their time to the vulnerable people on their doorstep in the UK. I will argue today that volunteering at home and abroad should not be an either-or scenario, and that when done sustainably, volunteering abroad is the most invaluable tool for teaching individuals lessons that can be brought back home and applied to those around us. So, it has become clear in the last, generation that sustainable volunteering in the form of sharing knowledge and investment with legal, business, environmental or educational programs is the most effective way of supporting developing nations. Whilst the UK's dedication to 0.7% of its budget to foreign aid is well-intentioned, in too many cases, enormous sums of money have simply gone straight into the pockets of corrupt leaders rather than destitute populations in the developing world. The countries receiving the aid have fallen into greater depths of corruption, whilst the countries donating the aid have faced increasing public animosity towards support for foreign development as a result of these scandals that the media has often helpfully portrayed. So sustainable volunteering with NGOs, on the other hand, supports development to happen from within communities, as individuals from the UK or elsewhere can transfer skills and share understanding, and where appropriate, allocate material fundraising, but to specific areas. But there is obviously a real danger with volunteering. As well as being sustainable, it must be done with the correct attitude. We are all aware of the long-term damage that has been done by the Western save the world ideology. As Rudyard Kipling named it, the concept of the white man's burden. Westerners going round to save poorer people. Voluntourism is this exact attitude. At best, a well-meaning intention of going out to save, and at worst, a voyeuristic idea of going to witness people less capable of looking after themselves. But actually, I believe that the history of colonialism is a really big reason why volunteering is actually necessary. Comedian and social commentator Frankie Boyle exposes the patronising hypocrisy of the mantra, give a man a fish and he can eat for a day. Give him a fishing rod and he can feed himself. He mocks self-righteousness giving by saying, from the West, by saying, thanks for the gold, lads. Thanks for the diamonds. We had a whip around and got you a fishing rod. By this I mean that spending time and money on building self-sufficient communities abroad should not be seen as giving, but something that we owe. Yet certainly it is not a solution to simply pour money into countries. Dambisa Moyo's Dead Aid uses the example of the mosquito net as the fish. She envisages a volunteering or charity programme that donates thousands of nets to a community at risk of malaria. Although meaning the best, this act leaves the community both bereft of nets when they need replacing, and also does not contribute to a financially stable society. If the programme chose to instead invest in a mosquito net making individual who could expand his business, hire workers, who could then financially support their family, educate their children, and subsequently afford to buy future nets, this would be a way of sustainably supporting communities. Sustainable development is therefore a long-term investment that will reap the benefits for all involved, directly or otherwise. And I believe that this is not just an investment abroad. At home, financially, for those investing from within the UK, the investment is clearly financial. Sustainable communities can eventually return profit to investors. Moreover, a globalised world should not be one where people have freedom to live where they like, but cannot live in the place where they wish because their homes are not sustainable. Investment in people could, in the longer term, remove the need for any form of foreign aid. And ultimately, at home, the investment is in the form of common humanity. Recent refugee crises, government cuts, media-fueled intolerance have made a real us and them attitude throughout a lot of our community. But actually, in our vibrant multicultural Britain, we have the financial, we are relatively wealthy enough to support all that live around us. We just need a change in attitude, and volunteering overseas will teach these attitude changes.